And welcome everybody to Intensity Broadcasting. My name is Joe Wright, and I am here with the original Rebels Racing League Outlaw Truck Series brought to you by Hardline Transport Solutions. And last week we were at Kansas Speedway where Eddie Smith took the win. Jonah Colbert coming home second. Third was Steve Loving. Fourth was Chris McLean, and fifth, Adam Lang. And boy, do we have a doozy in it here tonight for you. We're at Bristol Motorspeedway. Last week I did a Bristol race in another league that we broadcast during Intensity Broadcast, and it was caution filled. What will we have here tonight? We will see. The original Rebels are a very good league, lots of talented drivers, but that doesn't mean anything when you put them on a short track with not much room and a lot of patience row thin. So we'll see here tonight how that pans out for these guys. In practice, Barnett was the fastest, Stewart second, Lang third fastest, Mullins fourth, and Kostek your fifth fastest in practice. That's going to change here as we are now starting some qualifying, and first guy hits the track, I'll pull him up and we'll follow him on his hot lap. So who will it be? Who will it be? It's going to be Corey Bragg tonight in the 00 machine. Corey getting into the wall a little bit there. It's going to null and void his first lap, I believe. See if he can do something here on his second lap. Corey loving the high side here, real tight. He's going to be tight off the corner. So this package they brought here tonight looking a little bit tight so far. The 05 now of Chris McLean. Jonah Colbert currently top of the board. McLean to the top of the board. The guy we're watching here, the 05. A little tight off his second lap there. That's not going to do anything for him as he smacks the wall coming out of the turn there. Here's Jonathan Cofield from Munford, Alabama in that 53 machine. Cofield, a little slap to the wall there, it sounded like as well. That's going to void this lap for him possibly. So everybody looking a little bit tight. Maybe they need to roll that center a little bit more. Cofield does improve actually up to P9 there. How about Ryan Derrick from Florence, South Carolina in the 88? That 88 is going to be P11. Still a decent amount of cars here left to go. Here's Travis Bieber. And the 114. P15 so far. Let's see if he gets a faster lap. Well, that's a different Bieber. I lied. Travis Bieber to the top of the board. He's going to go P1. Brett Bieber or Bieber. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask these guys about that. I wouldn't worry about that, Tyler. Just get out there and turn those laps. 8th on the board's not bad, though. The 09 now, Daniel Stewart making his laps. He's got the SHIB token on the front of his truck. I got about $1.5 million SHIB. That's like $80. So if you guys can get that to move, that'd be great. And Daniel Stewart is going to go P1. Check in with Logan Monteith. We saw him last week being pretty competitive early on in the race. Then he kind of went away and he came back toward the end. I think he might have got caught up in some stuff during that race as well, if my memory serves me. And we check in with Michael Swink in the 18 Red Oak ride. Red Oak Brewery, I'll have to ask him where that is. I wonder if that's local to Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And Swink P14. And that about does it here. Oh, Ryan Huff is going to take the track. I think after these couple weeks of calling this race in here, I'm going to start jumping into these things with these guys. Get some more seat time. Let Josh call the race by himself. Raise Energy 73, Ryan Huff's going to go P17 on his first lap. Can he improve on his second? Huff's going to jump to 16th on his second lap, and that is it for him. The 27 of Steve Loving is rolling. Loving having a decent performance last week, finds himself coming home, what, I think P2? Make that P3, so a third place finish for Loving last week. See if he can back up that podium finish here and maybe even get it better. Loving off the corner for his first time lap as he comes to the line. As he moves off of 4 now. Ooh, he was real close to slapping that wall. He's going to get a time down, but it's only a 20th best run. You could hear him really out of the throttle on that first lap coming to the line. Second time around, he's going to go P18. I'm sorry, that's Bronek P18. Loving's going to stay 21st. And there's the legend in the 15 machine. I think that about sets the field here. I don't see Barnett, Greg Barnett, Matt Knights, Phil Manzo, Steve McDonald, John Smeal, or Jerry LeGrand hitting the track, so your pole sitter currently is going to be Daniel Stewart. All right, we got 19 people in the stream watching. Shout out to me, talk to me, let me know who your driver, who your choice is tonight here from Bristol. It's going to be a wild one. We've seen some tight cars there in qualifying and in practice. And we're going to have about 30 cars on the track, so it's going to be crazy all over the place. I expect it to be a little bit caution-filled early, maybe a little lull in the middle where we get some green flag laps in, and then all craziness breaks out here at the short tracks later in these races normally. The Rebels, though, have some talented drivers, so hopefully they can go a little bit more than some of the other stuff we've seen lately here at Bristol, but we'll see. We'll see what they can do. If you're watching, shout out your favorite driver here tonight and let us know who you're rooting for. If you're just sitting there watching it, if you're just listening to it and you're waiting for this qualifying session to be done, share this thing. Please share it on your on your Instagrams and your Facebooks and your Twitters and your YouTubes. Just share it along. Push it. Let's help push this thing a little bit more than you normally would. Share it to the groups that you are part of. Any iRacing groups, anything like that, you can share it with those as well. All right. These fine gentlemen are entering their hot rods, so we'll go trackside and go through the field real quick, hopefully with the quickness. On the pole, you have Daniel Stewart in the 09. Outside of him, you're going to have, and there's Stewart, he just gridded the Shiba token. Travis Bieber is going to start P2. Chris McLean's going to start third. 34, Jonah Colbert's going to start fourth. Adam Lang, fifth. Eddie Smith, sixth. Andy Kurtz, seventh. Michael Koscheck, eighth. Brandon Pollock, ninth. I messed that up. Well, they're rolling. And I could actually go this way. Let's show you the grid. So Eddie Smith, 6th. Andy Kurt, 7th. Michael Koscheck, 8th. Tyler Barnett, 9th. Brandon Pollock, 10th. Jonathan Cofield, 11th. 12th will be Daniel Cunningham. Mike Swink and Logan Monty, 13th and 14th. Ryan Derrick and Ryan Huff, the Ryans, 15th and 16th. 17th will be Jamie Mullins, 18th Greg Froelich, 19th Matt Clement, and 20th Eric Burkhalter. And we'll get rid of that as I believe we're about to go green here as these guys head into turns 3 and 4 one last time. And we are. The pace truck lights are off. Green flag is out here from Bristol Motorspeedway in the original Rebels Racing League Outlaw trucks. And we see Steve Loving on the apron there. It looks like he jumped out of the line, let everybody go by here real early. Playing the safe role. Oh, the 8 around. That was Adam Lang. We stay green, though. As that 8 gets going. Travis Bieber with a pass for the lead now. And I said it earlier, these guys are going to be a little bit tight off the corners. You saw that 09 be a little bit tight off the corner there. And the 114 taking advantage of that. A look back here from the leader of Travis Bieber as he's really starting to step out on some of the field there. You can see him pretty strung out. Pretty tight racing about mid-pack. P8 here. That's Jonathan Cofield going into 8th under Daniel Cunningham as he starts to look under Kurtz in that 5 machine as well. But Cunningham coming back on the outside. A little further back from that. Loving taking the bottom early, but now you see he's caught up in some traffic here in front of him. Ooh! Not sure who that was. That looked like it might have been Corey Bragg. Yeah, that's who it was. Corey Bragg into the outside wall. We saw him struggling with a tight car in qualifying, and here he is struggling in the race with the same problem. He's in the wall with some right front damage. See just behind him, Matt Knights comes into the picture. And that's Hitman Manzo in the 44 underneath. That might have been who dipped off early as well, was Manzo. And not far behind those guys are the leaders already here. And that's Matt Knights there heading into turns, I think, 3 and 4. That was 1 and 2. So he's in 3 and 4 now, and we'll look at the leader. He's heading into 3 right there. So yeah, they're not very far behind. You can see this is the leader, Travis Bieber, and he can see Phil Manzo and Matt Knights right there in front of him already. Travis playing with that throttle on that high side. Through 1 and 2. Got a little pushy. This is not what Bieber wants to see. He doesn't want to see these guys too wide in front of him. And you don't want to see that either. The 09 into the wall again. Now the leader a little scraped to the wall. Looks like Matt Knights has hit the wall a little bit as well. Got some Christmas trees with so much blinking back here. One on the apron there. The 09 into the wall. And everything happens really, really fast here at Bristol Motorspeedway. But that leader, the 114 of Travis Bieber, weaving his way through that lap traffic. A lot like we saw in the Daytona 24 over the weekend. Man, that last lap in the GTs was awesome to watch. If you haven't watched that, you should watch that. Travis Bieber now putting that pressure on the 44 of Manzo. And the 8 now as well of Adam Lang. Adam had some speed early, got a little loose off one of the corners, and just hasn't been able to regain that confidence yet. We'll see how well he does here in front of the leader. Back a little bit, you see Jonathan Cofield working through the field, almost 3 wide. A little pick move by the guys on the outside there on the 53. And now Cofield's going to return the favor. That 09 we saw in the wall earlier. Things are getting really stacked up for them on the inside now. Cofield up 5 positions since the beginning. He's under Jonah Colbert now. He's going to take away the 5th position, it looks like. He's rolling the bottom of the track really well and getting off the corner quite well as well. He's going to clear the 34 here. Ooh, the leader. A little contact there with the 8. Almost to say, get out of my way. But the 8 has the right to try to stay on that lead lap. It's important. He'll hang on the outside here of the 114. And that's costing Bieber some time. The legend into the party. That's the legend in the 15 as well. Greg Froelich. So he goes under the leader. Gaining one of those laps back. Eddie Smith and Chris McLean putting on a show. The 05 and the 87 there. As they clear some lap traffic as well. These two are chasing the leader. They're only a second back now. That's the 05 of Chris McLean in the gray truck. Eddie Smith chasing in the 87. At 05 putting the pressure now. Chris McLean has caught the leader, Travis Bieber. Travis running that high line. McLean choosing to take the lower lane. Some of the lap cars dipping out of the way, knowing that that's a battle for the lead in front of them. They've now caught Steve Loving in the 27. Top four, you could throw a blanket under them. The 05 working underneath the 114, nothing there. He's going to slide back in line. He's going to follow Travis Bieber now for a second. We'll see if he dips back under again. He caught him from a second back. Could have been because of lap traffic, could have not. Might have just been faster. We'll see here as it looks like the 05 has the power off the corner. Oh, not clear. Wow, that was close for Bieber and McLean. McLean was clear for a split second, didn't commit. And that's going to cost him the spot. Maybe, we'll see. Mid-corner. Some shuffling going on. Not clear there. Down the front stretch, that lap will be Travis Bieber. Now the 87 of Eddie Smith getting in the mix. As well as Jonathan Cofield, one of the top movers of the race, up 7 positions. And that 53, watch for him. And that 53 of Cofield really likes to roll the bottom, and he does it well. You see there, making up some ground. Loses a little bit on the straightaway, but he's rolling that bottom of the track really well through mid-corner and off. Not able to make the pass there. Going to get into some more lap traffic for these guys. See a lot of dinged up trucks, but no cautions. That smells trouble for these guys going a lap down. It smells great for those guys who are staying on the lead lap. These top four putting on a show, though, as they put on a clinic as they roll around the top of the track here. Eddie Smith now. Second place, following along here behind Travis Bieber, just being patient, waiting for his shot. There it is. That's what Eddie was waiting for. Some tightness from the 114 gets him into the wall. Some dirty air from that 71. And a little block. It's going to cost Bieber 2 spots. The 53 machine of Jonathan Cofield really making it work. From bottom to top, top to bottom, back to the bottom he goes off the corner as he follows the 87 Eddie Smith. Watch that 53. Oh, a little rubbing to the outside wall there for Eddie Smith, but Eddie able to get off the corner still. No harm, no foul so far. As we work lap 53 of 160. That 3 machine must have hit pit road. Looking a little fresh on tires as he gets off the corner really well. Cofield to the inside again. He likes that inside. He likes to roll the middle. It also forces a little bit of the issue for the 87. The 87 having to push up the track a little bit, knowing there's a car or car truck below him. If you haven't seen the car trucks shirts, by the way, I don't know if they've been released, so I have to talk to the producer, but we have some car truck shirts coming, and they're awesome. 53 to the inside. Still nothing there. Eddie Smith continues to lead here from Bristol Motorspeedway on Intensity Broadcasting. If you're just joining the broadcast, we've gone green flag since the drop of the hat, 57 of 160. There's been some wreckage, but no rewinds. And Eddie Smith has a gearbox full of Jonathan Cofield. Eddie Smith doing a great job of navigating this lap traffic. See some of the guys able to get out of the way for him. Other guys just holding their lines, hoping he doesn't get run over. They go by the legend there in the 15. Eddie Smith almost into the wall there, kind of swerving off the wall. Cofield underneath now. No run off the corner, though, as they still chasing Steve Loving in that 27. Again, that's Phil Manzo. Oh, Manzo. 3 wide. The 05 around the outside for the lead. Not going to go. Not going to be able to do it. He will take over second for now. But that 53 is going to steal that back. Chris McLean having the lead for a moment there. Eddie Smith picking the wiser area to make the pass, as he's able to retain the lead after all that. Brandon Pollock hitting pit road. Coming off. Travis Bieber as well. They're starting to kind of get into that pit window where some people think they can make it to the end and some that think they can't. Matt Clement onto pit road. That's twice now. The 53 of Jonathan Gofield started getting it going on the inside and just running into lap traffic being an issue there. Steve Loving's on pit road. Matt Clemens still on pit road. Guess he's back on pit road. And who's that in the 114? He hasn't gone away. He's still in the running here, Travis Bieber. We saw him on pit road getting tires. Your early leader, and you know, forced to be reckoned with here as he's actually making up some time on these guys while they stay out. You see him going around the 53 there. To the inside now of the 05 and the 87. He'll get his lap back, at least one of them. The leaders are coming up on Jonah Colbert in the 34. And the leader to pit road, one of them, both of them, the 05 as well, McLean. And the third place driver of Daniel Cunningham as well. Logan Monteith is going to take the lead. He'll be your top mover of the race, up 12 positions. Monteith with an early entrance to pit road, a really early one. He's going to hit pit road after leading a lap. And that will surrender the lead to Jamie Mullins in the 66 machine. But right behind him, you see Travis Bieber as he gets his second lap back. Bieber technically on the lead lap now. Mullins hasn't hit pit road yet. Bieber hitting it 10 laps ago. The 66 staying out, hoping for a caution. Oh, and he might have got his wish. He did. It's almost like I knew it was going to happen. And that will bring in our first Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind of the night. This is actually our pole sitter, Daniel Stewart, trying to get onto pit road. We'll show it to you here. So Stewart's going to try to get onto pit road and not get the car woed down enough to hit pit road. Going to come back on track right in front of another car. And that causes the wreck there. The rest of these guys just coming to a stop here. No extracurricular activities. But the leader onto pit road now. That's Jamie Mullins from the lead. He'll hit pit road. Let's look at stint lengths after they cross the line here for some of these guys. And we'll see who has the best shot here on new tires. So Smith and McLean, we saw them hit pit road just a couple of laps ago. Bieber on 16 lap tires. Cofield on 8. But Jamie Mullins stays out. Matt Knight stays out. Stewart and Derek stay out, and they get their laps. You know, they stay out, get their lap back, because, you know, Knights was a lap down. They get a lap back, and they're able to get to pit road and get these tires. So great move on their part, being able to stretch that out just a little bit longer than they could, than others probably could have. Not really sure what's going on here with the field. Daniel Stewart gonna get in a little bit of trouble. He's gonna go to the back. Had this thing showing Matt Knights as our leader, but he also, I don't believe, has hit pit road, according to our tracker. All right, now that that's all shook out, I'm not sure what's going on there, but Eddie Smith is your leader, according to the field. McLean will be starting outside of him. Travis Bieber third, and Jonathan Cofield fourth. You see 66 of Jamie Mullins trying to find a way into his spot there. Looks like Mullins will be fifth. The lights on the pace truck are still on. We have some sorting of this thing out to do here. Yes, it was a great caution-free run. Unfortunately, cautions breed cautions, so I expect... And I've been wrong before, but I expect business is gonna pick up a little bit. And the lights on the pace truck are off, so it looks like they've gotten most of this sorted out. And the lights on the truck are back on. Maybe not. All right, here we go. We're going back. Green flag racing here from Bristol Motorspeedway, and the green flag is out, and Eddie Smith is on the throttle. A long line of single file cars behind him, though. Lap 92 of 160. Just over halfway here from Bristol Motor Speedway. Chris McLean giving chase, though. They saw him there trying to diamond it off the corner. See if what he can do with it. And I got another second yellow flag of the night. See what happened there. Ooh, Matt Knight spins it off of pit road. Tried to get it going and she didn't want to go. Sounded like Matt might have missed a shift there. And that's going to cost him his race. Also going to cost a bunch of guys a little bit of something. We see some of the leaders now hitting pit road. 87 of Eddie Smith is on pit road. Daniel Stewart chooses to stay out. That's your pole sitter. So your pole sitter is now your leader. And Jonathan Cofield right behind him in that 53 machine. We saw him strong early on. And the cautions have bred a caution. In a way. Not really sure what happened with Matt Knights there during that run. And during that long caution last time by. He hit pit road 2 more times. On the second time he missed a shift, spun in front of some of the guys there. I have 11 cars on the lead lap. 4 of those 11 hitting pit road during this caution. Make that 6 of the 11, I believe. Yeah, 6 of the 11 hitting pit road. Looks like that fuel window's right around 80 laps, 80 to 85, somewhere in there, 83, 84. I see a couple people 83 and 84. And with 103 to go, hitting pit road there, that's it for the night. If you chose to go. Green flag is on. We're racing again here. Daniel Stewart to the point. The 53 of Jonathan Cofield giving chase, though. It looks like Stewart in another area code at the time. Here comes Ryan Derrick to the inside looking for 2. Haven't heard or seen much from him tonight, but we're on board with him. That's a 54 of Daniel Cunningham to the inside. He's getting rowdy out here. Daniel Stewart overcoming some early adversity there. And now he finds himself leading this race and leading it by a hefty margin up to almost a full second over second place now. Back in the pack, one of your top performers of the night, Travis Bieber, with some of the most laps led. I think even the most at one point. As he argues back here with Chris McLean and Eddie Smith for who's better. Daniel Stewart laps his way around over lap 111 on his way to really opening up this lead over a full second now over Jonathan Cofield. The battle on track, though, that's Cunningham to the outside now of Cofield. As Cofield struggles, probably on old tires. Jamie Mullins staying out on that long green flag run and now finds himself flirting with a podium as he looks to the outside of Cofield. Around Cofield he goes with quite ease, the 66 into P3. barring any late race cautions, we're going to have ourselves a nice little doozy of a finish. Late race cautions could change things up. Who's got tires saved? Who doesn't? Cunningham has this lead down to 0.4 now. So he's chasing Daniel Stewart for the lead. To the inside he looks. Nothing there yet. Daniel just able to roll the top of the track a little bit better than Stewart. There is a crash again. That'll be our third caution of the night. Let's bring in the Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. All right. Matt Knight's on the inside here. We already know he's had some issues so far. Staying low, staying low. The 91. Does he get a little help from the 34 there? I'm not sure. Looks like he may have got a little help, but he does come up in front of the 34 there. Oh yeah, some contact between the 91 and the 34. Ooh, Monteith collected a couple more there too. See if we can roll it back and see who that was. Like that's the 88 and still didn't catch that number, but the 88 definitely getting a little bit of that. During that time just now, Daniel Stewart hitting pit road. Surrendering the lead now to the 54 of Daniel Cunningham. And they're off. Racing green flag again. Working 125 of 160. And you see Jamie Mullins with some heavy speed off the corner there. He's chasing that 54. This is the battle for the lead. Jamie kind of at home here. I'm sure he's been to Bristol, seeing he's from Tennessee. What can he do in his home track? He can get a run off the corner for the lead, that's for sure. He rolls the center really well. He's clear up. Not going to take it, though. He's going to stay. Let's see if that choice is a good choice. It is. Cofield to the inside now as well of the 54. Cofield loving that inside line. He's going to clear as well. Now here comes the 5 of Andy Kurtz. And the 54 of Daniel Cunningham having a tough time on them old tires. These guys all around him making moves. Jamie Mullins has 30 laps to go, and can he hold off the rest of the field? That's the question. I'm sure that the 53 is going to be a factor in this thing. Question is, who else is going to be a factor? We see Eddie Smith coming through the field. He led some laps early on. We see Travis Bieber just behind him. Daniel Stewart, who just surrendered the lead to go get some tires. He's in 10th. So, still a lot of race left. Right now, it's all Jamie Mullins, though. As he puts on a clinic on how this thing's done. And remember, he's one of the guys that stayed out really long on that first run. Finds himself with a caution and some strategy. Gets him some good track position. Some fresher tires. But now Cofield closes the distance. Cofield looks to the inside. We know he likes it down there. Cofield looks to be a little bit better through 1 and 2. Mullins better through 3 and 4 there. Let's see what Cofield can do here. .21 to go at the line. So far, Jamie Mullins with being the truck to beat. But Cofield is there. Can he get by him is the question. Ooh, a little push from Cofield. Drove it in a little deeper than usual through 3 and 4. Cofield's been better in 1 and 2. Not that time, though. Mullins with a line out of 3 and 4 that he likes. He gets off the corner well. Here comes Cofield into 1 and 2. Looks down low. No line there for him as Mullins pulls away. Eddie Smith jumping to pit lane. Something happening there. 18 to go. Cofield choosing to go low. What can Cofield do with Mullins? He's got to pray and hope that Mullins overdrives one of these corners, ends up outside in the wall. I don't know if he'll be able to get it done on that low side. Really going to eat up that right front as it turns down on the corner. We saw Cofield doing it early on. We see him here trying to work that bottom line, but we know it'll eventually wear that right front off and he'll drop like a tumbleweed through the rest of the field. Mullins hanging on barely by a thread to that top spot. 15 to go here from Bristol Motorspeedway in the original Rebels Sunday Night Outlaws Truck Series. Brought to you by Hardline Solutions. Now look at the 5. 5 of Andy Kurtz has come into the picture. Andy Kurtz is definitely going to be a factor in what happens here. Mullins high. Cofield low. Kurtz to the high side. Oh, Kurtz gets into the wall just a little bit. Doesn't seem to slow him down much. He's still there. Still by a fender on the 53. 12 to go. It's go time for Kurtz. McLean wants some of that action. He's going to get into the outside wall pushing hard. Kurtz really good through the middle off on the high side. Oh, that's going to cause a wreck. But they keep him straight. McLean's going to get off to the track to the left. Colefield's going to keep going. And now the race is on for first. That's Mullins and Kurtz. Mullins protecting the high side. Wants Kurtz to have to go around him low. Eight to go. Kurtz can't do it there. Little net code between the two, it looked like. No harm, no foul yet. And look who's joined the party, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes Travis Bieber. We saw him early on, very dominant here at this race. But Jamie Mullins and Andy Kurtz battling for the lead. 6 to go. Mullins to the high side, really high side. Kurtz drives it down off the corner. He's going to beat him down the front or the back stretch into 2, 3, and 4. He's actually going to clear here. Mullins tries to protect the inside for second. Not going to happen. 5 to go. Can he hold off Travis Bieber? Andy Kurtz on a rail right now. But Bieber with the speed to the inside. Not going to have it there. 4 to go. Through 3 and 4 we move. We'll move 3 to go this time by. Two to go. Travis giving it all he's got. Will it be a last lap pass? And what can Travis Bieber do? What can Andy Kurtz do? Can Andy Kurtz hold off that 114 machine one more time? Last lap to the inside he goes. A little rubbing. Rubbin's racing, and it ain't going to happen. Andy Kurtz is going to be your winner. And I always want to give a shout out to these original Rebels Racing League gentlemen and ladies if they're out there. What a race. You guys put on a show week in and week out. Congratulations, Andy Kurtz, on the win. Way to go. And as usual, the Rebels will send him packing. Jamie Mullins comes home third as well. That is not to be frowned upon. What a race from him. He is able to hang on to that third spot after some pit strategy early and finds himself coming home third. Just waiting on these guys to jump up into the waiting room, and we'll get our post-race interviews out of the way. All right, well, first we'll pull in Jamie Mullins. Jamie, you got Joe right in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Man, what a race. You had some pit strategy early on, staying out as long as you can. You get a blessing of a caution, find yourself with the lead and the ability to hit pit road there. Was that part of the strategy, try to stay out as long as you can?
Well, I'd like to say it was, but to be honest, I had no idea where to enter pit road at, so I just kept riding around until I was like, well, I guess I can enter here, so I came in. And I even after the cautions after it, when I came in, I ended up waiting for everybody else to pit, and then I was the kind of like pitting with the lap cars, and it seemed to work. I tried to hold off Andy as long as I could. I mean, I was trying for my first win, but just burnt my stuff up trying to keep those guys behind him, especially the 53 at first. I think he was hounding me pretty good, but it felt good to get out and at least lead some laps and show this Air Force truck off.
Yeah, Jamie, you put on a heck of a show up there. Definitely doing the best you can with what you had late in the race, and you find yourself coming home with a podium, which ain't that bad here with all these guys who are pretty talented from the original Rebels Racing League. So, congratulations on that. Anybody you want to thank before we let you go?
Oh yes, sir. You know, first off, Dang Lang Racing Designs for their Adam. He painted my truck for me. Uh, just the Pale Horse team guys, Burnham Down Motorsports, or the Grave Intentions Motorsports guys. My teammates there, they're helping me out quite a bit. Y'all for doing this awesome broadcast. I can't wait to go back and watch it. I'm probably forgetting a bunch of people, but I'm just so stoked right now that my mind is just not right. So,
Hey, no worries. You know they say you can't compare that feeling until you've done it, and I'll swear by it. And I've never done it in real life, but I can bet you money that doing it in a sim world and doing it like this is just as fun as real life. And man, I have a great time watching you guys do it. I have a great time doing it myself. So congratulations on that third place finish there, Jamie Mullins. You earned it.
thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
All right, our second place driver, Travis Bieber. Travis, you got Joe right in the booth. You got me.
Hey Joe, how's it going, man?
Hey, so man, you put on a show early on. Is it Bieber or Bieber? Let's start with that first.
Bieber.
Dang, I'm good. All right, cool.
Got
So,
it.
so you killed it early on. You led some laps. You were doing really well, And then pit strategy kind of got a hold of you. Tell me about it.
Yeah. I got out in the front, got out front there, was feeling pretty good, and then I think I just burned my stuff up, just kind of getting the lead there, and it's I'd be lying if I told you I thought we were gonna what did we run 70 some laps without a caution. I figured we'd run 50 laps, I'd get to pit, the whole 9 yards. So kind of burned myself there a little bit, and then once I got behind. It was like, all right, let's just try to stay patient and hopefully work my way back up through, which obviously we got up there, so it was good run for sure.
And how many more laps do you think you needed to put Andy Kurtz away?
Well, we were just talking a little bit, and I just said to him, I said, he's my teammate, and when we got past Jamie there, I looked and Jamie kind of fell back, and I was like, I want to finish 1-2, so I'm gonna wait until the last turn on the last lap, and if I can move him, I'm gonna move him, and if not, then so be it, and I'm okay with second.
Yeah,
So, that was
not without effort. You definitely threw it in there and made it an attempt at least.
yes, for sure. So, I think in another 5 or 10 laps, I think I could have hooked it around the bottom enough to get past him, but it was gonna be a matter of kind of hooking it around there and getting through there, So I got lucky up there along the way. Eddie hit the wall, and then 153 or the 53 and Chris kind of got together. So, I got a few spots there that, I wasn't expecting to even put myself in that spot. So, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Happy with second for sure.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on that podium finish. Anybody you want to thank before we let you go?
Just want to thank Intensity Broadcasting and you guys for you guys putting everything on. Thank our series sponsor, Hardline Transport Solutions. And then we got a bunch of supporting sponsors, Danglang Racing, Smeal Race Designs, Shibu New Crypto, and, just everybody that puts the league on. I just, love racing with these guys, and it's a good run every week. So.
Yeah, you did a great job, and it was fun watching you come back through the field and try to give that guy a run for his money. But a little teammate action there at the front. Good job. We'll see you again next week.
Sure, appreciate it.
Yep. Andy Kurtz, the winner. You got me.
Hey, Joe. Gotcha. What's going on?
Not much, buddy. So you won Michigan. You were a little bit off in Kansas, right? You were not. I didn't see you much in Kansas. I don't feel like.
And then yeah. Unfortunately, got caught up in something in Kansas. But
yeah, you come back here
and
you put it away again. So two races already, pretty early in the season. Tell me about it. How'd it go for you from your standpoint?
Yeah. Tonight was a lot of fun. I want to first say huge awesome job. Congratulations to everyone for running such a clean race here at Bristol. I know I probably speak for most of us who sort of feel a little bit of dread coming here just because we know it's such a tight track, a lot of cars, and it's real easy to get together and sometimes get a lot of cautions. But that certainly was not the case tonight. We had such a long first green flag run. I mean, we all had to pit for fuel. That's awesome. That's the first time I've ever done that here, and really got racy there at the end. I was telling Travis after the race, I really wasn't supposed to win here. I'm terrible here, but fortunately it all played out with the pit strategy there at the end, and only had a couple laps where we could really push it and go get it. So super happy with how it turned out.
Yeah, awesome job. It was fun to see. All of a sudden you came on out of nowhere there toward the end. Jamie Mullins started to fade a little bit, and then you put the pressure on and threw it by him, and that was it for him. I don't think he had anything for you tire-wise, I think is what it came down to. He was just a little bit further behind you guys on the tire strategy. So great job in that aspect, and congratulations on the win here at Bristol Motorspeedway. Do you have anybody you want to thank or give shout-outs to, friends, family watching?
Yeah. Well, first off, thank you for putting on a great show for everyone, and of course everyone in this league who puts this together. And of course, want to thank my parents and girlfriend for always tuning in, and my awesome teammates Travis and Brett. A lot of fun racing with them and everyone else here, and of course our series sponsor here, Hardline Transport Solutions Inc.
Yeah, sweet. Congratulations, Andy, and we'll see you again next week.
Cool, man. See ya.
All right. Well, that does it here at Bristol Motor Speedway on Intensity Broadcasting with the Outlaws Sunday Night Truck Series, brought to you by Hardline Truck Solutions. Check out them at originalrebelsracingleague.com. ORRL, I believe, .com. And check us out at intensitybroadcasting.com, where you can find some swag, some t-shirts, some shirts from the Rebels. You can check out them from the Extreme Forces Racing League, SCSRA leagues, all the leagues here on Intensity Broadcasting. Stay tuned. Tomorrow night we got Extreme Forces Monday night, and we actually have another Rebels truck race coming on next. So just stay tuned and be ready for it. And as Atlee Atman Weiss would say, over